Today, I am 30 years old. It is my birthday. I think birthdays are a wonderful time to reflect on the journey so far and all of the lessons that life has taught me. My 20s were a decade of transformation. Each year was so rich, packed to the brim with the wisdom of life, and with each quick trip around the sun, I feel a deepening sense of gratitude for my time here. Here are some lessons I have learned so far. I've learned that the sequence of choices we make in our life eventually tie in together and make sense. The dots between small, irrelevant, or random events eventually connect. Sometimes, when it feels like my life is not making much sense, I remind myself that maybe this is not a time for connecting dots. Maybe this is my time for making dots. It's not about whether or not you achieve your goal. It's who you become on the way to achieving your goal. It's how the process changes you. Create rituals of celebration that honor the effort and not the result. Try to use less words to say what you want to say. This practice brings awareness to your speech, which in turn brings a certain consciousness to your thoughts. Doing the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing. Learn to recognize the timing of your life and work with it, not against it. Every single problem you have has a gift and an opportunity buried within it. Start before you're ready. There is no place for shame in your life. You can regret something deeply, do the work of the apology, correct your actions, collect your lessons, and live freely. If you are in love with someone, that love is a gift to you. Notice and honor the connection you have to life around you. What the trees exhale, I inhale. What I exhale, the trees inhale. Your spiritual awakening is a private and personal thing. You can listen to others about their experiences, but ultimately, you must have your own. You do not need to stay in a relationship where you are not respected, wanted, loved, accepted, understood, or liked. Every single thing that I do is infused with the energy with which I do it. When I stopped trying to imagine what my future would look like, each day became a gift, and I was pleasantly surprised. This present moment is not simply a stepping stone to the next, more desirable moment, and I've learned that living like this moment is simply an obstacle to be overcome is a painful way to live. This moment is really the only thing we truly have. It is the most precious thing. It is not something to avoid, overcome, or rush through. It is something to embrace. Life will stretch whatever boundaries you place on yourself. The less rules you have for yourself and your happiness, the easier it will be to stretch and grow. Peace is an internal environment. You can work towards peace by learning to do everything in your life calmly. An uncomfortable feeling is an invitation to be more honest with yourself. Acceptance means, are you willing to sit with the burn of this moment? To accept this moment means knowing what this moment requires of you and deciding to do it willingly. Learn to reduce the amount of time you spend reacting to something that has happened to you. Don't be a why me person. Why not you? I realize that I am not deserving or undeserving of anything. I was born for this life of mine, and I am not here to pick and choose. I'm here for it all. Try to leave things a little more beautiful than when you found them. Places, spaces, and people too. Falling is a part of love, but so is rising. Marry someone that you can do both with. And when you're picking your partner, don't pick someone who you can enjoy your life with. Pick someone who you can suffer with. Pick someone who softens in your sadness. Pick someone who makes you feel brave. Pick someone who, when your life is slipping into the worst case scenarios, pick someone who helps you put one foot in front of the other. The sweet, simple traditions you engage in as a new family create the atmosphere of a childhood. Prayer is not about making a deal with God or having a one-sided conversation. Prayer is a state of grace. It is transforming your life into an offering. Prayer is living in constant communion with the divine. Wake up in the morning without devices. Feel your consciousness wake up and greet the day before you mute it with the opinions, thoughts, news, and lives of others we see on social media. We are modern mothers giving birth to prehistoric babies. One contains a revolutionary learned wisdom, and the other holds an innate ancient one. Whatever labels you place on yourself will limit you. Whatever labels you place on anyone or anything will become your prison. Who you are is not your personality. Our personality is a socially constructed thing. It determines the ease of which we can function in society and in community. But our personality is a culmination of the past. It is based on events that have happened to us in the past that have created the story of why we are the way we are. But if we were to live completely present in the moment, we would have no personality, just presence. Sometimes you don't get closure. Sometimes you decide it's closed. Children are not half of an adult. They are already full people just as they are, and they deserve full respect, not half. Every time we betray our potential, we disrespect ourselves. Over time, this generates a psychic pain that makes it difficult to feel at peace in our life. It is a foolish thing to live another day of your life like it was promised to you. Do not waste your pain. You must use it. You can have a sweet, intense, romantic, passionate love that doesn't hurt. Everything in your life can be used as a tool for your spiritual transformation, from big, life-changing experiences to just washing the dishes. Stop snacking on food, on entertainment, on shopping, on temporary fixes for your emotional yearnings. Allow yourself to truly feel the hunger, feel the craving, feel what you long for, and sit with that longing. Only once you have done that can you truly nourish yourself with what you need. You don't have to make anything in your life spiritual. It already is. You just have to notice it. Are you aware of the same mistakes you make over and over again in your life? Are you aware of the patterns and lessons that show up time and time again in different disguises? Have you had enough of spinning around this karmic carousel? Your life is your teacher. Learn from it and start making different choices. Visualization is a powerful and potent tool of creation. Just as you bring your children to life, they too bring you to yours. Who you want to be is only one breath and one choice away. When you find pockets of time in your day, like when you're standing in the shower, or when you're waiting for the microwave to ping, or when you're washing the dishes, practice being a still, completely alert, and vibrant presence. Forget about who you are, your identity, the roles you're playing in your life right now, and instead, just be. Instead of indulging in distractions like going on your phone or listening to music or even in your thoughts, sit back and indulge in life instead. One of the biggest illusions we live with is the belief that the past has any power over the present. Learn to adore your detours. So you had a destination in mind and you picked a path to get there. Halfway through the journey, you changed course. You took the scenic route. Decide to enjoy it. Stop and smell the flowers along the way, because this is the road you are on now, and there is beauty here too. This is the story of your life. Can you make peace with it? Because only once you've made peace with this can you see all the gifts that it has to offer. Remember that those who have achieved great success at some point in their journey had to do something that is not done by most. Leaving the herd might be a good thing for you. In your relationship, treating the mundane daily acts of service as sacred will create great love between you. There is only ever one thing you need to do in any moment, and the future comes just one moment at a time. Allow life to touch you. Be sensitive to life. We've become so hardened that it takes something big and important to awaken our heart, to make us laugh, to make us cry tears of joy, to make us smile, to make us feel something, to make us think of something other than ourselves. But being sensitive to life means that it just takes the smallest thing, a blade of grass, the warmth of your child's cheek, a bird's song, the smile or heartache of a stranger, the coolness of the rain on your face. Let these small things too awaken your heart. What I know so deeply now is that life is short. Time is the most precious thing we have, and we don't know how much of it we have left. We need to spend our time doing what truly matters to us, that is my wish for my 30th birthday.